We're live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Contest of Speed. We're here for Season 3, everybody. We're good to go.
Woo!
New season, new drivers, same old Oz. My name is Dan, I'll be your commentator this evening, and joining me as always, fresh from his exertions at the weekend, it's George Russell.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Danny, for the interesting intro. I'll go along with the story. Yeah, it was a tough weekend for the team, you know,
Yeah.
being at the back. Beat the team, beat my teammate though. Beat my teammate. What can I say?
That's what matters. I'm of course joking, it is Matt, my dearest friend, who just happens to look like George Russell. So, a couple of...
Fortunately or unfortunately so.
Yeah, fortunately for you, you can get away with being a lookalike.
Exactly.
So, a couple of housekeeping things to get on with before we get into the racing proper. First of all, I just want to reflect the opinions of everyone at Contest of Speed in showing our deepest condolences for the family and friends of Charlie Whiting. He was a monument of our sport, and he will be sorely missed. And for what it's worth, I think it would be poignant to dedicate tonight's stream to him and his family, and wish them all the best.
What a legend.
Indeed, what a legend. So, that's the slightly upsetting piece out of the way. Next point, we've got driver changes, everybody. Yeah, we have. So we'll run through the order while the guys are getting themselves set up and ready to go out on track. So, first off, in the Mercedes, we have new driver, Dittis Thomas 2002, and Rodriguez F1.
Oh, not another one.
Yes, it's another.
Too many Thomases.
Yes, it's another Thomas. Hopefully those guys can do a job. A relative unknown to me. Rodriguez joined towards the back end of season 2, and Thomas, of course, is a new driver tonight and for this season. So we'll see what those guys can do. In the Ferrari, we have Ross on his own tonight, but he will be joined by the fan favourite that is Power.
Yeah! Whoa.
Power back in the Ferrari.
It's happening. It's going to happen this season. Power will score a point.
He will. He's going to get some points. So those guys are in the Ferrari. Well, we're not doing shoe bets. We learnt from Thomas last season, shoe bets are not the way. Yeah. So Ross, of course, we know is going to be challenging for race wins. So he'll be hoping to get himself up to the front of the field and get up for promotion, of course. In the Red Bull, we have Perry the Dog returning as Season 2 champion. Unfortunately, Perry can't race in Tier 2's new time slot of Tuesday evenings, so he's staying down with the rabble in Tier 3, and he's partnered by Racer 001, who will be your new Tier 2 commentator alongside Thomas this season. Those guys I would expect to challenge for the Constructors' title. Definitely.
Very strong. That's a very strong driver pairing right there.
It is incredibly strong. Moving down to Force India. Vish will stay in the Force India. He unfortunately can't race tonight because, can you believe this? He's gone on holiday.
What?
Can you believe that?
On holiday?
He's on holiday.
Marriage.
Honestly, it's unacceptable. Unacceptable behaviour. No, we're only joking, Vish. We hope you have a good time, and we'll welcome you back with open arms next time you're available. I don't know if it's next week or the week after, but when you're back, you are more than welcome. And his teammate for the season, jumping over from Renault, is Cygates.
Big money transfer deal that is.
It certainly is. So we can explain what's happening on screen. We've got Dittis Thomas, he's first man on track, just starting his first flying lap.
Oh, Maynard's nearly put it in the wall on the last corner. Sorry.
Has he nearly done a... Has he done a Palmer?
A Jolin? No, not quite, nearly. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll carry on with the driver changes. Making a switch from Sauber to Williams is the Tier 3 pantomime villain. It's Dab Clan in the Williams.
Oh.
He's on his own at the moment, so if you know anybody who is interested in driving in Contest of Speed, get in touch with us at our website, www.contestofspeed.com. Send in an application. There are a number of seats available in Tier 3 at the moment. You'll be more than welcome to come and help fill those seats. In the Sauber, Maynard, having left Renault as well, has swapped to Sauber, and he's partnered by Slick, who is another new driver for this season. Those two guys I would expect to put in quite a good showing. Maybe challenge for the constructors. It depends if they can hit the ground running, get some decent pace between them. Thomas crosses the line first, and a 1:20.8 is his starting time on the Ultra Softs.
That is a good benchmarker.
It's a very good benchmark, actually. Who's next on track? Is it Rodriguez, his teammate?
Let's have a look. I think it would be Dabclamp. Yeah, it is Dabclamp.
Dabclamp. He's crossed the line on the softs on 22.3. Maynard behind him, 22.8. Justin in the Renault. We'll come on to them in a second. Next team to go through is McLaren. Grey Fox returns to the McLaren seat, with Ross having moved to Ferrari. That left one open, and it's been taken by Westboy94, another new driver for the season. Those two I would expect to challenge.
Yeah.
With the pace they've got.
That's another strong pairing based upon Grey Fox's performances last season when he was actually racing, because he did miss a few.
He did miss a few to work commitments, which of course comes first, but we're always happy to have him back here.
I have a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. Has someone been a victim already?
Oh, turn 11.
Yep.
Ooh, we'll find out soon. We're on board with Rodriguez in the other Mercedes at the moment, so we'll soon see. He's coming around. The next team to go through is Haas. They've only got one driver at the moment, that's Dan Hilton, having made the move from Red Bull to Haas. Oh, Rodriguez is gone.
Is it?
No, it's turn 10.
No, he's okay.
Oh, it's a really weird place to lose it, though. We caught it on stream. I wasn't quite paying attention, but I think the back end stepped out on the curb and caused him some trouble. But we'll check that back at some point. So, like I was saying, Dan Hilton is the sole driver in the Haas, so there is a seat available there. Next team on the list, and we can go to him. I believe he's on a lap. No, he's not. He's coming in the Toro Rosso. It's Millsies on his own again.
Bless him.
Yeah, there's a number of seats available in Tier 3 at the moment. We had a number of guys leave the league at the end of last season. So, like I said, if there's anyone who's interested, get yourself in touch, and we'll see what we can do. Get you in a car as soon as possible. And then the final team to go through is Renault, and that's Justin and Liam driving for Renault. Both guys having moved from Mercedes and Haas respectively to the Renault team. I think they're an outside chance of a constructors push. I don't know about you, Matt.
I would probably put them third or fourth.
Definitely. With the guys having moved up that have, I think Liam could be scoring some decent points as like a shotgun driver. He's got the
performed really well.
Yeah, and Justin's got the pace to be a race winner. So with any luck, we'll have a nice 3 or 4 way battle for the constructors, and then the driver's title will of course settle itself out as we go.
Couple strong pairings out there this season, so looking forward to it.
Certainly is. Right, now that I've gone through all the drivers, I can open the stream up and we can have a chat to everyone who's here.
I'm going to say now, hi Dominic, because I presume he's going to be here. The super fan.
We're waiting for him. He's not here yet. No, he's not. It's his brother, cousin even. Oh no! First mistake of the year. It's his cousin. Juventus is in the chat.
Really?
He is. Dab Clan's in. Mitch is here. We're getting the title this year, Mitch. You know it. Ricky's in, saying he'll go tier 3 driver hunting later. So if you are interested, you either need to find Ricky in a public lobby, or you need to get on the website. Get in touch.
And when we say find him on a public lobby, that doesn't mean crash into it. Like literally finding him.
No, wow.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Right, Maynard coming round to finish his first flying lap, or second flying lap even. See where it puts him. Or is he coming out? Is he starting? I should have lap data open. He's starting a lap.
He's starting one.
So we'll ride on board through Albert Park, heading down towards turn 3. Lockup runs deep there. Dan Hilton's retired.
No!
See if you can find it.
Oh, I need to find someone. No, I need someone in that sector.
I'm coming through with Maynard now, so maybe. Little lock up there, back end steps out, but he's keeping it together at the moment. Heavy braking zone down towards turn 9 and then out to turn 10, and here we go. This is where we'll see the wreckage of Dan Hilton's car, if it's going to be anywhere. Through turn 11, down 2 gears to 6, through turn 12. It'll be on the right hand side probably. I think there was some wreckage there. I think it was. I think he's been the first victim of turn 12. Heavy braking for turn 13 into the final sector of the lap. Deceptively quick corner turn 14 for the hairpin of 15. Then the sweeping right of 16 to finish the lap and power back down the straight towards the start finish line.
And look who's been doing his homework.
What? No, I just learnt corner numbers this time.
It'll be a 1:22.0.
Improved by a couple of tenths on his previous best.
So it'll be interesting to see who goes for track position on the Ultra Source. So they're not
Certainly
going to
will be.
last very long.
No, there are. So a strategy for today, what do you reckon? I think one stop's probably the best bet.
The safe option is the one stop from Ultra Soft to soft, or the softs to the super softs, depends how you start it.
Yeah, there is a chance for super softs to softs to work. It depends how quick you are on them and how much you weigh your tyres down.
The super softs isn't the greatest race tyre in the world around this track. Don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think the super softs are the greatest race tyre.
Yeah, the man I want to watch next is Liam, because he's not set a time yet. He's been out a couple of times, so he's either been out for an installation lap or two, or
I'm going to keep an eye on Perrin.
He's invalidated and he's under pressure.
Season 2 champion.
Oh yes, is he on a lap at the minute?
He is on a lap.
We'll jump to him and come back to Liam then. Heading towards the dreaded turn 11.
You can cut that the right corner of the
back end stepped out there, but he held it well.
See who else is on like that.
Kicking up a little bit of dust there.
Races on one because he's on the Ultra Soft.
So Royce is on a lap. We've got Perry coming round to finish. I think it's Justin just behind him. Perry goes third, and Justin goes fourth.
It's going to be very competitive, like it was last season with these tier 3 drivers. They
Certainly
always provide
is.
a very entertaining race from the half the season they had.
They certainly did. Definitely made my job easy, and our job easier, I should say. Oh, now who was that getting out of the way by going off track? No, that's fair, that's fair. There's a new rule this season whereby if you cut corners to save on tyre wear, you will be penalised, but I would say that's fair from Perry. He's just getting out of the way of other drivers in quite a tight, twisty area.
Also, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway, just in case I'm wrong. Or right, who knows? We doing points for fastest lap?
We are.
Excellent.
It follows the same rules, if you like, as it would in real life F1. Oh, they're running a little bit wide at the exit of turn 12, but he's kept it, the back end straight. He's giving it everything. Yeah, it does. So anybody in the top 10 who has the fastest lap at the race at the end will be given an extra championship point. However, if the fastest lap is outside of the top 10, then no one will get a point. I'm not a massive fan of the rule myself, but...
No, it's a great rule. It's brilliant.
Liam goes 12th, 122.1 on his ultra softs.
Means people will make you can come in at the end and try and go to steal it away from people.
That's the one.
Ross has asked prediction for pole. What would our prediction for pole be?
Ooh, at the moment, to be honest, I think that front three is pretty much set.
I was going to say, for me, it'll be the usual suspects from last year. So Ross, Perry. Plan's got an outside chance because he's done a 21.2 on super soft.
I was going to say, if he bolts on the ultras, the lad could do well.
He'd be there or thereabouts when he did Thomas.
Speaking of Thomas, he was quicker through sector 2, but he's pitting in.
Interesting. We've got a few more others that joined the chat. We've got Dan, our tier 2 promotee.
I'm looking forward to the fireworks between you two this year. It's going to be so much fun to watch.
Thomas has already informed me that he's very excited about commentating.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
We've got Blank as well. Blank's also been promoted. Blank's in the party.
He is. We've got
a question from Laser Blade, Danny. You'll be able to answer this for us. Why is Perry the dog? Why is he racing in tier 3 and Blank on tier 2? Did they switch? And what's happened to MP Motorsport?
Right. Well, I'll start with Perry. We just want to watch Slick through his lap whilst I'll explain this. Perry, unfortunately, was unable to race on a Tuesday night. So, and that's the new night that tier 2 will be racing. So he's asked to stay in tier 3, which is fair enough because we don't want to let someone not race. That's just because they can't commit to a certain day. That's unfair. Be quiet, Stephen. I know he did. I'm going anyway. I
didn't want to tell you either.
No, Blank and MP were both promoted to tier 2 because a number of drivers left the league at the end of last season. So we basically, rather than search for drivers that are of a particular pace to fit in a certain tier, we've promoted from within, and we're just looking for drivers to fill in the rest of the seats in tier 3 that are of a tier 3 pace, and maybe a little bit higher as well.
Slick wasn't like that then. Justin did his best to try and get out of the way.
I think Slick was using him as slipstream, from what I could see anyway. But we'll see if he improves. I've not been keeping an eye on his delta at the top right there. Someone else might have been.
He was up.
He's up on his time.
Couple of attempts, I want to say.
So he could be getting himself down into the 20s here. This could be good. He's run wide, but will it make a difference? 20.9. No. He's up to second.
Now,
I'm so happy I found him.
Perry and Ross. And Dabcan's gone out again on another set of supers. Interesting strategy call there.
He's gone out on supers?
Yeah, he has.
That's the same set then?
Unless he's gone, no, unless he's gone with the harder choice of tyres, just as run wide.
Well, no, because he'd have 2 ultras, 1 supers and a soft.
Okay. You've not got a Scooby in.
He's either out on the same set, or it's the game glitching on us. Let's have a look and see what's fitted. No, he is. He's fitted with 1 lap old super soft, so he is out on the same set of tyres.
He's backed off.
Right. who do we follow next? Who have we not given much airtime to? Let's give Racer some airtime. Coming round to finish, or is it to start? I would guess it'd be to start.
No, he's not made it.
He's
Well, he made it
no, it was to
just.
finish.
No, he's made it just.
Yeah, you're right, he has. So Racer, Tier 2's new commentator for the season. Be alongside Thomas, who is in the chat tonight.
Ross and Perry and Justin all very close to each other. All on a lap.
So I'm going to stick with Racer for now in the Red Bull.
Perry puts in a 120.2.
That's a monster lap time from him.
Ross 120.5 as well.
Oh, Racer's
So the
run
two
wide
guys
at turn 10.
So the two guys that are fighting out for the championship last year are at the front once again.
They certainly are, but Thomas isn't far behind them. Racer giving it everything through turn 12. The back end of that Red Bull squirming underneath him, but he's held it tight. Wrestling through 13.
Just watching Main, and Main's going to cross the line. Main's going to improve on Ultrasoft to a 120.3.
Pushes Racer down to 10th. Can he improve? Runs a little bit wide on the exit of the final corner. Heads for the line. And doesn't improve.
121.7.
Racer will start 10th.
And that concludes qualifying.
And that's all she wrote. So that's your grid order there on the left hand side of the screen. It was your grid order on the left hand side of the screen. It's vanished. Thank you, Codemasters. How rude of you. I'll read through the list in a second when it pops up again. But let's get some race predictions from everyone in the chat. We've not had any tonight. Let's see what you can give us. So P1, Perry the Dog even, with a time of 120.215. Ross second, 3/10 behind him. Rodriguez third. Thomas 4th, Slick 5th, Justin 6th, Dabclan 7th, Cygate 8th, Maynard 9th, Racer 10th. They're the drivers who have to start on the tyres shown on screen. Then the rest of the guys who will have free choice of tyres. That's Liam in 11th, Grey Fox 12th, Westboy 13th. A little bit disappointed from the McLarens, if I'm honest. And then you've got down the bottom Millsy's 14th and Dan Hilton 15th.
It's going to be Perry or Tom. It's going to be Perry or Ross for me, but Dabclan's the one to look out for on that alternative strategy.
Yes, he's the only one who's on it in the top 10 at the moment. We might see some of the guys outside of there go for something a little bit weird. Maybe a softs to ultra softs, or softs to super softs. We'll see what they fancy.
I think Bank's right. He's probably just Thomas on a third account.
It may be. It may very well be. So let's have a look at some of these predictions in the chat. So we've got Blank saying Perry, Ross and Grey Fox. Grey Fox going to make a comeback from 12th or 13th. I would like to see him try. Mitch says Perry for the win, New Thomas second, Ross third.
Steve's back in his fellow racer.
He is. So as we start the formation lap then.
Let's see who's gone different on strategies.
Not many people actually. Grey Fox is on Super Softs, Millsy's and Dan Hilton on Super Softs, and of course Dabclan, but he qualified on them, but everybody else is on Ultra Softs.
The guys on the fresher Ultra Softs are probably going to get 1 or 2 laps extra.
We've got Ralkin in the chat. He says Perry easy win.
Okay, Javier, we'll remember your words. Come on, Jim, first lap.
Well, Dabclan's in the mix, so you never know. I shouldn't pick him out like that. It's not fair on him.
No,
he just has a history. Oh,
Oh no!
as if to punctuate just what I had to say. Dav,
It's
go on and
like he's
adjust
just
him.
listening in.
It is, it is.
Fucking nice.
Thomas supporting his tier 2 commentary partner. I suppose we have to as well now. He's part of the commentary crew, officially.
Yeah, well done, Lewis. Welcome, welcome.
A lot of love for Racer in the chat at the moment. Blank says safety car off the start. I really hope so. That'd be interesting for the guys on Ultra Soft.
Tier 3 did provide many instances last season.
They did. Grey Fox has been disqualified on his own, so that's for going too slowly.
Don't forget, Tier 3 also had a rerun. I'll leave it at that.
They did. They had a rerun in Mexico. That should be the previous video on the channel if you want to go and have a look at that, but not until we've finished here.
I'm gonna watch Racer.
Just wait for the cars to line up on the grid. Here we go. 3, 4, 5 lights. We've got the glitch again. I'm ready for it this season. And away we go. Tier 3 is underway. Perry gets a good start, but so does the Mercedes behind him. They're going to have to tuck in. Perry sweeps through. Ross has lost the place to Rodriguez. Some contact in the back, but Perry's holding position.
Back, and it was the Salva of Maynard, and I don't know who it was. It looks like a Williams. That was Tab Clan. Dan Hilton with an outrageous lunge.
Outrageous lunge from Dan Hilton.
That was never going to work.
We'll stick with it at the moment, but Westboy's retired. One of the new guys is out.
Oh, he's hit the ball in.
He's hit the wall.
5. Carnage, absolute carnage.
Dan Hilton's out as well. 2 guys out on lap 1. We'll jump back to the battle with the leaders. Rodriguez closing in on Perry. That's a shocking camera angle. Oh, turns! It's claimed someone. Who's it claimed? Slick's gone.
He's managed to keep it though, just about.
He's not.
How.
But this is both Salvas with wing damage. They're gonna have to do a stack stop here.
They're coming around the outside of Slick.
Yeah, Slick's gonna be nursing that car home. He might want to take his time.
Wing damage as well, and that's I don't think that's his fault either. That would be.
Maynard's carrying on. Hopefully those guys are talking, because Maynard's got a little bit of wing damage. Slick has.
Justin's going to go down the inside.
Oh, and then Slick gets a 5-second stop go.
Oh, Justin and Millsy Nig touched each other. That's
please don't say. I was going to say, please don't say that.
Contact. Nearly.
So we're on board with Justin as he follows Millsy's through the twistier sections of Sector 1, heading up towards the first split. It's a little bit wide, loses some ground. I'm going to jump forward to Grey Fox, who's closing in on Cygate. We might see a move into turn 13 here.
Whoa, and that is... Who's that? Millsy's gone outbroke himself.
Millsy's outbroken himself and Maynard takes the position. Grey Fox going for it into turn 11. Leaves space, but that's going to put... Oh no, that was outrageous. Why would you try a move there? Cygate's going to come back at him around the outside. It's not over yet, and then Justin's in the mix. Oh.
The big winners out of that were Racer and Grey Fox.
Oh yes, I haven't looked at position changes. It is. Whose prediction was it that Grey Fox was going to finish well?
I have no idea. Get in the Fox.
Get in the Fox. Millsy's as well, got himself 4 places off the start. He's in a point scoring position at the moment.
Blank that said Grey Fox was going to get 3rd, I think.
Ah, blankety blank. It's always him. So let's take stock of where we are after an interesting first couple of laps. Perry's kept hold of the lead from Rodriguez, who's close behind him. We'll jump to that battle actually as we're going through, because those guys, actually no we won't, we're going to go to Cygate and Justin. Is Cygate going to get past again into turn 11?
Oh, Ross is our first name on the wall of shame.
He is. Justin's gone! Oh no! He's been claimed by turn 12.
He's alright, he's still running.
He's still running, but the wing's gone. He's going to have to stop for a new one.
That's right, that should be right, because Liam, Dabpan and Slick have all come in and have put on the soft tyre and try and run that to the end. That's going to be difficult.
It should be doable if they look after it though.
It's doable, but it's going to be
It is
difficult.
As we see Justin box for a new front wing. He'll put on the soft tyre, try to get to the end and hope for a safety car to get him back in the mix.
Meanwhile the top three,
no, he's going for super softs. He's going to two-stop from here. That's an interesting decision, but I suppose he's got to try.
Top three are breaking away from Racer, who's forming a mini train, should I say.
Is he? We'll jump to Racer and have a look.
It's a very small train.
It is. Thomas and Grey Fox in contention. So let me check what tyres people are on. Alright, I reckon at the end of this lap, maybe the one after it,
someone's going to make a move. Oh, Racer!
Well saved. I think we're going to see Grey Fox get past these two. Yeah, definitely. New New fireproof underwear for Racer, please. And we've got Thomas pitting in. Has he got wing damage?
No,
or is he just pitting early?
Undercut.
Now then, what tyres is he going on to? Super soft, so he's two-stopping from here.
Yeah, he'll be two-stopping.
No, I think that could be much more of a shrewd move than people realise, because what I was going to say before Racer had his moment was that the ultra soft tyre is going to start to go off on this lap. This is where this is the cut-off point between that and the super soft. So Grey Fox now is going to have to push hard, try and make up ground on Racer, and then Ross, maybe even Rodriguez in front of them, because there's not that much of a gap.
Closing on Rodriguez. Actually, they're all thereabouts, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah.
So the gaps particularly come down between the top three.
No, I think we're going to see a move from Grey Fox here, maybe into turn 13 if he can get close enough through 11 and 12.
Perry had a very poor turn 11 exit. He's lost 3/10 in a single corner.
Grey Fox, is he going to be close enough for a lunge? Not quite, so turn 1 I think, maybe turn 3, we'll soon see. No, he's definitely going to get into turn 1.
I wouldn't be surprised if there'll be a move developing up front at some point.
What, Rodriguez on Perry, do you think?
No, Perry lost nearly half a second in that last sector alone.
I'll have to cut you off because we're going to go on board with Grey Fox. DRS is open. He's not even in overtake mode, he's going for it into turn 1.
Thanks for coming.
Yep, easy move for Grey Fox. And he'll have DRS to defend with. Racer fights on valiantly, but that's an oddest fight right now.
Lead up the front is 4/10.
It is, we'll jump to that now. Go on board with Rodriguez. Little lock up, loses himself some time. Perry managed to keep it tight to the apex. We've got I think he's Westboy in the chat saying what happened to him. He said he gave it too much throttle on the exit of turn 5 and back end just stepped out. I wouldn't worry too much, mate. It's your first week, you haven't shamed yourself in any way. come back next week and fight on.
I'm waiting for a multi-21 down at Renault. Sorry to interrupt you there, Danny.
What do you think?
I think so.
We'll have a look and soon see.
Both on different strategies, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, Liam needs to let Justin through there.
5-second stop and go.
Speeding in the pit lane. So he's the first of the...
Cheating!
I would say he's the first of the one stopping front runners to pit in. No, he's two stopping as well, onto super softs.
Interesting.
Very
interesting. A lot
interesting.
of people going with two stop.
They are.
Which we didn't think would be as beneficial.
Justin closing in on Liam, massive overspeed, straight through and clean before turn 1 so he can take his usual line and not lose too much.
Yeah, that was a well executed move down there at Renault.
Was well executed multi 2-1. As we'll jump back to the battle at the front. Perry, Rodriguez and Ross just behind.
I'm expecting one needs to come in and go for the undercut.
I would agree with you, maybe not. Two of them, they're all coming in. They've all had the same idea. Rodriguez tried to gain a little bit of time.
Now then, is someone going to get leapfrogged by the pit crew?
Ross got held by Rodriguez, I think. But they're all still near there or thereabouts where they were to go.
Race has gone on to the...
Race has gone... Did he get out alright?
Stops. I have no idea. Yeah,
he's out alright.
Even though it put on supers. Thank you,
right. So, what I want to see now is the gap between Grey Fox and Perry, which I can do here if I set it to leader. So it's 15 seconds. Pit stop around here is between 20 and 25 seconds. For argument's sake.
None of the provisional top 3 that were in the top 3 before they pitted decided to do something different. They all went softs. All boring and went on softs.
They did, but they've got the pace to be able to hold it.
Yep.
That's the important one. So Perry's closing the gap to Grey Fox already.
Yeah, I'm expecting Sidegate to come in as well. He's done 7 laps on those ultra softs.
Grey Fox needs to pit in at the end of this lap or the next one.
Sorry, Rodriguez has gone past Perry.
He has. Let me get to that one.
That'll be off the run of turn 11 because Perry's been struggling in the last couple of laps with that exit.
He has. Maybe he's not got those softs up to temperature yet.
And now Ross is chomping at the bit. We've got a yellow flag. Oh, that's Liam.
Liam's out.
Sector 3.
I'm going to go on board with Ross here, down towards turn 3. Perry's got DRS as well. Can he get the double and go for it? Defends the inside. He's going to... Oh, he's gone deep! Oh, so close to the back of that Mercedes. These three giving us a real great watch, actually. For the win, but don't discount the other Mercedes. It's only 2.7 behind these three, and with them all fighting, he'll be right back in the mix. The only disadvantage,
I think turn 11 did claim another victim.
Yeah, that's where Liam went. Well, we'll go on board with the Ferrari of Ross again, and we'll have a look. We'll see some wreckage. I couldn't see anything there actually.
He's closing on Sidegate for P7.
We'll jump down to that.
All those soft tyres and not really getting to grips with them.
We'll go on board with Dab Clan because he'll have DRS. This should be a straightforward move. He's in hot lap mode. Goes to the outside.
Sidegate's going to hold the
Nice contact there. A little bit aggressive from Dab Clan, but I think he's cut across him there. I think that's a little bit unfair.
I'm sorry, Danny, but you may want to jump up to second, third and fourth again.
second, third and fourth. I will do in just a
Perry's
second.
going to go around the outside.
He's tried it, but he's...
Well.
Ross is trying it, he's put it round, he's been gone off the... There's a little touch there!
Oh, Perry's on the grass!
Oh, it's as you were. Rodriguez with a little bit of breathing room now, he needs to try and get out of the second window. Perry's got to stay in there, otherwise Ross is going to be easily through. Can you keep an eye on Maynard and Sygate for me?
I will do.
I just want to go and have a look at Ross's exit here. No, not going to be good enough to have a go, but look who's closing in. It's Thomas. On the softer compound, has to be said, but he's closing in.
Oh man, he's got so much more speed.
Is he going for the move?
Sygate should be, yeah, he's going for it, and it should go around the outside.
If Codemaster's give me a decent camera. Oh, he's
Oh,
gone, he's
just
lost
wide.
it! Oh, was there contact there? I think there might have been a little touch.
Little touch, but I couldn't really tell if the camera angle wasn't particularly great.
And there's front wing damage on that Sauber.
Again.
Yeah, again, will he pit in for a new wing, or is he going to keep going? No, he's keeping going.
Between the two.
Grey Fox still going on those super softs, not lost too much time to those three behind him because of the fight going on between them. If I was him, I'd have pitted 2 laps ago.
Close the gap a little bit again.
He has drawn it out to Ross as well behind, although that's closed up a little bit now.
Thomas is still hanging on in there.
He is. He needs to get through those guys though, because he has to stop again and they don't. Grey Fox needs to pit now. That's Ross with his second 3-second time penalty as well. And Thomas has got through. Grey Fox is going again, by the way. He's going around again.
3. Oh, hang on, Ross is out, Ross is out.
Has he been claimed by... He has, he's been claimed.
It's not. It's not there though, it's further down.
I wonder if he's had a tank slapper.
He's had a tank slapper, he's on the other side. Damages the other side this time. So definitely had a tank slapper.
So I can't get on board with him because his name's faded out. But that's one of the 3 gone.
One of the race contenders has fallen.
He has, and then there were 4.
Due respect to Grey Fox, he's still holding that gap in there, like you said, 14 seconds.
He should have pitted last time around. He's lost nearly a second on this lap alone to Rodriguez.
So he's going to come out, what was it, we reckon it's 20...
Around 20 to 25 seconds, so it will bring him out.
Before Racer. Or should come out before Racer, just. It's going to be quite very close.
Yeah, it'll be tight with Racer, if he pits now, if he keeps going, because that gap's coming down.
Closest battle on track other than our second, third and fourth contingent is Justin on the back of Millsy.
And he has come in and he's got himself a 5-second stop and go. That's not going to help him.
Justin going around the outside of turn 10, surely not. No, I thought better of it, well done.
He tried it, but he'll have DRS down towards turn 13. We're on board. He's going to go up the inside, late on the brakes. Millsy defends. Oh, big contact. Justin needs to give that position back. But he's not going to.
He touched the grass on the inside, which forced him deeper into the corner.
He did, and Grey Fox has come out quite a way ahead of Racer actually. 2.5 seconds clear.
In the bag. There was nothing to worry about. All on the control.
And now he's got 16 and a half, 17 laps to make up
9 seconds?
Give or
He's
take.
got 10.5, I reckon.
Yeah, because Thomas will move out. Thomas will go when he pits in again in a couple of laps' time. I say a couple, more like 4 or 5 laps time. And then he's just got straight run to Perry, but...
Yeah, lap 17, 16, 17 is when Thomas, I reckon, is going to pit. That's 12 laps from the end.
Should be. So, let's jump to the only battle on track at the moment, and that's for the lead. They've been together the whole way so far. Chopped and changed. Perry held it for the first stint. Rodriguez got him on the restart. Or after the stops even, not a restart. And now Perry's trying to close him down and retake the lead. It's champion versus upstart. Very much like Hamilton against Verstappen, actually, just in the wrong cars.
Whoa!
Who nearly went?
It was Rodriguez on my screen, went a bit sideways, lots of traction on that on the curve of turn 4, but we're all good. Sidegate is closing on Dagplan, because Sidegate's on much fresher tyres, 7 lap.
We'll keep an eye on that one, and we'll jump to it if anything good happens.
His fuel load is signifying yellow, so that means he's very marginal, if not underfueled.
He'll be underfueled at the minute, but he's got enough to get to the end if he drops it to lean mix. I think Perry could be looking to have a go into turn 1 or turn 3 here. What's Rodriguez? Rodriguez has got no ARS left. Perry's got nearly a full battery. This could be the moment. And we'll jump on board. Is he going to go for it? Is he just biding his time?
Sidegate's going to make the move on Dagplan. Going around the outside. We've seen that move once or twice today.
Yeah, Dagplan's got wing damage as well. That might be why he was closing in so quickly. To be careful in the braking zone. Dagplan's coming in, probably to repair that wing damage. He'll go on to super softs to the end, I would imagine.
That will drop him to plumb last, I'm afraid.
But with his pace, you know full well he can get himself back into contention.
Yep, indeed.
And he is indeed going on to super softs until the end, with a new front wing being fitted to that Williams. Gonna go back with Perry. He's going for it into turn 9. Up the inside, there's touching between the two.
Pushed him wide.
Oh, Perry's gone! No!
I don't want to call it.
I'm praying that was wing to diffuser glitch and desync. And then there were 3.
Not even that there, and then there was 1.
No, I still think Grey Fox is in for this, and of course Thomas has still got a chance if he can close that gap, although I'm not sure now.
He's got to pit again, hasn't he? That's the problem.
Unless he can make them last, you never know. But I would say he does.
He's got no ERS left either.
As we watch the stricken Red Bull in the pit lane. Fresh set of boots. Yep, he'll go to the end.
Going to come out behind. Justin's come in. So I'll be super soft in for Justin.
Well, so Perry comes out P8
between Millsy and Maynard.
I would expect him to get himself back up to at least P5 by the end of this.
Thank you, Ricky, for reminding us. I will check who has got the fastest lap.
I can check on here as well. Fastest lap at the moment is Thomas with a 124.5. You can see on screen there the purple highlighted time. But I would expect Perry to beat that now, as he was only a couple of tenths off it anyway, and maybe Dagplan as well.
Justin's coming.
Yeah, Justin too. All of them. Well, maybe Justin's the only one. Maybe, yeah, he's come in now. Perry making the move onto Millsies. Great helicopter shot for that one. easily makes it before the corner.
He's out.
I think it's turn 12. We're on board with Dabclan, we'll soon see. And there's the stricken Sauber on the exit of turn 12.
And we're down to 10 runners.
We are.
So,
the fastest lap will definitely score a point.
I know what I'll do.
What?
If I was near the back of those points and not looking like to get any more.
Well, if you're Dabclan now, box for a set of ultra softs, rinse the fastest lap, you're just going to get the same points as you would for 9th anyway, because he's not going to catch up 15 seconds.
Be people like Slick that I'll be thinking about.
Laserblade with a very good question. What are the penalties for Grey Fox and Thomas?
I shall find out for you, people.
Thinking
Grey Fox is on a stop go penalty, which he's no, he's not served. When he came into this, Grey Fox has a stop go penalty.
So 5 seconds for Grey Fox.
Is it Racer or Thomas? We want to know.
Thomas.
Thomas is on a penalty and 2 warnings.
Penalty and 2 warnings. And while you're there, have a look at Rodriguez.
I shall.
Might make things interesting.
On a stop go plus a penalty.
Stop go plus a penalty, so 8 seconds.
Yeah.
So, as it stands right now, if they were to finish, there's new fastest lap from Perry, 123.9.
I'm just going to say Racer's on no penalties and he's in 3rd.
I was going to say that if it, as it stands right now, if Racer can close that gap back up and get it under, and Dabclan beats the time, 23.4, get himself back inside 5 seconds, Racer would get 2nd place. There is an outside chance for him getting the win, but he would need to pick up the pace a lot to be able to do that.
I mean, Dabclan's just got the fastest lap. He's absolutely smashed that by half a second.
So he's annihilated it, hasn't he?
He's absolutely smashed it out of the park.
Yeah. So we're on board with Racer.
Perry should have this move done on Slick.
Jump to it. And he does, up the inside.
And slows it down.
2nd move into turn 13 for Perry. Makes his way back up the field.
Overtaking spot.
Yeah, it certainly has. Cygate just ahead of him. Just in 3 seconds.
You know what? I think that's pushing for that fastest lap over there.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Perry now closing in on Cygate. We'll stick with it. It's the closest battle at the moment. Millsies and Slick as well. Slick's in the pits.
And he's going to put on the...
Is he going for...
service stop go penalty.
He's going to serve his stop go. And is he going for super softs? Is he going for the fastest lap, do you think?
I don't think he was already on 16 lap old softs, so...
No, maybe.
Very touch and go.
Perry already right up behind Cygate. This will either be turn 10 or turn 13. Cygate defends the inside. So I think it's going to be turn 13, I think.
Be patient, wait for it. He's got so much more pace at this stage.
He has. Those fresher, softer tyres. Don't want any contact, boys.
Pushing through the corner.
Yeah, easy move for Perry. Turn 13 again. 3 out of 3 for the Red Bull.
Racer, there you go.
There's the penalty for Racer. That all but eliminates his chance of winning the race, but he's still on for a 2nd place.
That gap though is increasing though between him and Grey Fox.
Certainly is. And as much as Perry will be disappointed with his night's work, having had that unfortunate incident with Rodriguez, Red Bull are still going to be scoring some good points here, as are Mercedes. So for the first race of the season, as far as damage limitation goes, it's not bad for them two boys.
I just want to see what the penalty difference between him and Thomas is. Just quickly. So Thomas is on 1. Perry is on. Perry hasn't got one. It's on 11. So can he bring that gap down between himself and Thomas?
So, as we're coming towards the final stages of this race, you guys in the chat, this is where
how you predict.
This is where you get your say on tonight's proceedings. Is there anybody you want me and Matt to ask questions to tonight after the race? Is there any questions you want us to put to people specifically? And finally, who is your not prediction? Who is your nominee for driver of the day? We're going to be making it a public vote from now on. We're going to try and remember to do it relatively early. A couple of times last season we didn't quite get that done in time. There was too much action involved. There's too much going on.
As per usual.
Yeah, this is sedate and sedentary for Tier 3 at the minute.
And even then, it's not been particularly.
Yeah, it's not been a quiet one, has it? I've got great support in the chat tonight. Over 100 messages we've had in the chat right now. There's 117 we've got. That's incredible.
It's good support from fellow drivers in the league, and we picked up a few fans along the way as well. We've seen if our super fan Dominique was in the chat.
Has he been here, or is it just...
I don't know, I've not seen him.
Is it just Claudio who's here? I think it's just Claudio tonight. Claudio, where is Dominic tonight? He's skiving off his duties as COS superfan. What's he doing? Ricky, get out. I'm not happy with that.
Well, 123rd.
It's unacceptable behaviour. I'm going to jump down to...
No. Don't you join in as well, come on.
Behave, children.
Oh, they've all started,
Oh, they've ruined it, they've ruined it, look.
Oh! Please ruin it. Shocking, right. Shocking.
We're going to jump over and watch Dab Clan now. We'll get back to the action as he's closing in on Millsies.
3 seconds.
3 seconds for Perry. Not going to make much of a difference at the moment. He's still 8. He's now 8 clear of Sygate.
The only real move is Dab Clan, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
On track, and maybe Thomas as well on Racer.
Maybe that gap's closed up significantly. We'll jump over to that in a moment.
Dab Clan's going to do him down to turn 1. Or maybe sooner.
Honestly,
nearly surprised me.
The poor man gives me an aneurysm every time I watch him. Why are you going there?
No, don't do it, please.
He should get him into turn 1, but he compromised his exit going for it too early.
Whoa.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Oh, and he's he's forced his way through. No. That's he's rammed his way through. That's unacceptable.
That was coming.
There's a reason he's the pantomime villain.
It's so frustrating because he is quick, but it's just his racecraft just lets him down.
Every time.
On occasion. This is why. Anyway, Thomas is now caught the back of Rosa.
He has, and this is how you actually do a move into turn 1. Thomas
He's
into
made a good
overtake.
exit.
DRS open. Didn't go too early. Is he going to try it to turn 1 or is he going to wait for turn 3? He moves to the outside. Racer's exit will be compromised. We'll jump on board. DRS is open again. He's running out of ERS. Gets himself on the grass.
Tries to go around the outside. Interesting move.
Racer defended that really well. If I was Thomas now, he's got much fresher tyres on a much softer compound. He's got 5 laps, save your battery back up, and then have another go in a lap or two's time. Just stick with him.
How are everyone's predictions looking in the chat?
So you have a look at that. I'm going to stick on more of these two.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Thomas has gone for it into turn 14. No, 16 even, I think. And he's got it around the final corner. And has he got DRS as well? He has. He waited for the detection zone and he's through. And now he'll have a double use of DRS. There's no second zone. No second detection line even. As he heads down towards turn 3. That was a great opportunistic move. Racer left the door open, expecting him to go for down the main straight again, but he went straight through. Great driving. Right, and I think that's going to be it. I think.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just going to be a procession to the end.
5 minutes ago, that would be Rodriguez, Grey Fox, and Thomas. However, I'm not going to count that because that wasn't before the race. So.
Oh dear. Late getting that one in.
Let's have a look.
The fastest lap.
Still
Blank is
down,
asking. He asks for the fastest lap. It's Dabclan at the minute. 1:23.482.
Will anyone come in on ultra softs?
If I was slick, I would give it a go.
I would as well.
And I'd box now if I was going to do it, because you want an extra run at it.
A few people gone with Grey Fox, finishing on the podium. Rodriguez, it doesn't really get a mention.
There was 1 or 2, I think, earlier on for him.
Yeah. It's probably me scrolling through too quick. Yeah. Because it's comment after comment after comment, which is good.
It is. Over 150 comments on this stream alone. That's great, guys. Carry it on. Let's carry it on for a whole season as well. Let's not just make it a one-off thing.
Here we go, Justin down the inside. Oh, Nilsy to turn 1. That's how you do the move.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch that one, unfortunately. I was reading the chat. We jumped over to see the aftermath, but not quite anything else. I would also be tempted now to try it if I was Millsies as well.
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it, to be honest, because you're gonna lose a position to Slick, but if you get the lap, you're gonna gain that point back.
Doesn't matter. Does not matter. But it'll be some lap to beat the current fastest lap time though.
Do you reckon? 23.4 with 3 laps of fuel on board. Put it in rich mix.
Could do.
Thomas, 3 seconds.
Now, will Racer get that position back? Let's have a look, shall we?
He is within 3 seconds. They've both got 1 penalty at least.
Nope.
How many's Thomas got?
At least.
Yeah.
Thomas has got 2 penalties.
So Racer's getting on the podium at the minute.
No, he's not.
He's just slipped out of it. Come on, Racer. Push, lad, push. You can do it.
Party mode engaged. Come on.
Get it in rich. And you know I said that this was going to be all she wrote, and that was going to be it. And of course we've had Justin overtake Millsies, but Justin is now closing in on Dabclan, and Dabclan is closing in on Cygate. Whether they'll be close enough to make a move before the end of the race, I don't know, but it's a possibility.
I think Cygate's got it in the bag, to be fair to him. I've just seen his ERS. He's coasting home.
Oh yeah, he is.
63%.
Yeah. And then Dabclan has 5.
Yeah. 3. But that's Justin's have not do much better even.
No, but Justin is in the power range of it, so... Of course the ERS of Formula 1 cars, if it drops below 10% you get reduced power output. Which is why if you watch Justin's ERS charge here, you see the it goes to a much darker blue. That's just to signify that he's getting a lower power output than he would if he had a higher charge.
Race has slipped out of the 3-second bracket. No!
He has.
Come on, man!
Those soft I think they've gone. Those tyres are gone.
He's done 20 laps on them. That is.
It's a valiant effort. It really is.
The lead up front's gone up back up to 6.5 seconds. It was down to 5.6 at one point.
And I think Rodriguez has put the hammer down just to assert some dominance over that position. We're going to watch Justin. He's closing in on Dabclan. I don't think it's quick enough though.
No. The one person I thought was closing a lot more and just hasn't was Perry.
Well, I don't know. He had a long way to go. I think he's got himself into P5 and he's just going to sit there. I don't think it's worth him pushing particularly hard, and he'll be coming towards the end of those super softs lifespan as well about now, so.
And Rodriguez has entered the last lap.
You're welcome, Blank. I wish I hadn't told you, because I know you spend a lot of time at low ERS. I wish I hadn't told you that. Especially for this week, when I know how quick you are around here, but we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Should be an interesting one tomorrow. That Tier 2 is going to be very competitive this year.
Yeah, it is. I thought I was going to have a relatively clear shot at it, but I'm not. I'm glad for that. Of course, I'd much rather it be competitive, but... yeah, obviously there was... there's only 17 guys in Tier 3 at the moment. We're still looking for 3 more to fill the spaces. Vish and Power are unavailable tonight, but we'll be back either next week or the week after. No, he's not in the last. Oh, what's happened to Rodriguez? Grey Fox has gone through. He's got wing damage.
What?
Is that turn 12? Has it claimed its final victim? With 3 corners to go, Grey Fox has taken the lead. He's going to get the win. Is he going to take it? Crosses the line first. He's got it! Grey Fox has got the win! Unbelievable! Absolutely unbelievable!
We didn't think it was going to happen. He was so far ahead. He was under control. Race. Wow.
That's incredible! You couldn't write it.
No, you couldn't. Cygate's going to hold on track to Dabclan. I think it's going to be interesting how far Dabclan drops, because I know he's got a couple of penalties.
So Grey Fox, starting 12th on the unorthodox strategy, went so far on those super softs, and he's come up with the win.
Millsy's finished in... Couldn't see. Didn't want to tell me. 10th for Millsy. Mitch, we have no idea. We thought it was going to be plain sailing.
What a way to start the season. That's fantastic. I think if there's any doubt for driver of the day before that, it's now gone. It's Grey Fox. I'm pulling rank and using my commentator's ability to decide it, and I'm choosing Grey Fox. Fantastic result.
Full of surprises as always, isn't it?
He certainly is.
Whoa! Actually, it's not as bad as I thought. The old penalty count.
No, so Grey Fox wins the race in spectacular fashion. Rodriguez finishes in second place, Thomas third, great point scoring for Mercedes, the two Red Bulls behind, Racer and Perry respectively, great recovery points for them. Cy Gates finishes P6 for Force India, Justin 7th, Dabclan 8th, Slick 9th, Millsies 10th. They are your finishing drivers, and the guys who unfortunately did not finish the race are Maynard P11, Ross P12, Liam 13, Westboy 14 and Dan Hilton 15. The fastest lap of the race I don't think was beaten towards the end, so that is Dabclan with a 123.482, so he will gain an additional World Championship point to add to his tally. He will, which, unless I'm mistaken, is close to what he got last year.
In 10 races?
I think so.
So any questions you want us to ask our drivers?
Get them in now. I think, what do you think? Grey Fox obviously needs to come in for an interview. As race winner and driver of the day. Do you reckon Rodriguez and then Racer?
Rodriguez, yeah, and Racer.
So I'll get those guys invited now. Get your questions in for Grey Fox, Rodriguez and Racer. They will be the three that we're going to get in for an interview. Where is he? That's Grey Fox, Racer and Rodriguez.
A couple of questions have made me have a little chuckle.
I've just seen them.
Oh.
Alright, so
Are you a fox? Are you grey?
yeah, alright, I'll get Perry in as well, guys. Do that now. Okay guys, you can just make sure your audio's all set to be shared, and then we'll crack on with some interviews. Okay, we'll wait for the next couple. We'll get started. We'll go with our race winner first. Grey Fox, what happened at the end?
I don't know. I don't know if I actually just jumped in a party chat with him, and I think he said he had a couple penalties. I don't know if he ran out of gas or if he just was letting me go by because of penalties. I guess I'm not really sure, but yeah, it was chaotic there on the last lap.
I was going to say, we were looking at some of the guys a little bit further down the order in case they caught up to each other, and then we just see the position change happen. Jump back across and you're there, 3 corners to go. Take the win.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, first win, and yeah, it's crazy stuff.
I was going to say, great way to start the season.
Yeah. Definitely. Can't start it better than that.
It was incredible. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit lost for words with the ending there, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm going to go to the chat for some questions. We've had, because the stream chat's got some questions for you. The first one from Stephen Brown. First off, are you a fox?
I am not a fox.
Second one, are you grey?
No, I'm not grey either.
No. Well, now you know, Stephen. Now you know. Next one is from Blank, and he says, "How did your police training affect your drive today?"
Yeah, shout out to Blank. 100% of the success today goes to my training and in driving courses and whatnot. So thanks for Blank for the question.
Great stuff. It was. Have we got any more for you? I think there is a couple. Yeah. What were you thinking when you qualified P12? Obviously, you went on the slightly unorthodox strategy of super soft to soft.
Yeah. I thought I'd change it up there. Being back in P12, it didn't. Things weren't looking too good off the start, but I kept it clean. I had a couple overtakes first couple laps, and then just the way that everything unfolded in front of me, I ended up kind of in a pretty fortunate position at the end there.
Yeah, because to be honest, we were watching and we saw how deep into the race you went on those super soft tyres, and if I'm honest, I thought you'd gone too far. You should have pitted maybe a lap or two earlier, but obviously it worked out for you.
Yeah, I kind of lucked into that one there, but sometimes it pays to be lucky over than good, so I'll take it.
Absolutely. So congratulations. You also got driver of the day as well, from the community and from me. So
thank you, I appreciate it.
Not to worry. Definitely, that's why you're here. Is your audio set to be shared, mate? Just while we... Okay.
Yeah, now it is.
Okay, good stuff. So, yeah, Rodriguez, great performance in your debut in Contest of Speed. Just talk us through your race. How did it go for you? And then what happened at the end?
So at the start, I had really good, but I wasn't like in the zone completely. So I lost a little bit of time to Perry, and I started getting more into it. So I just started getting faster, and then I was so close to him for so many laps, and then but when we were battling, I was in front, he was in front. When I was in front, like a long bit, and when he went in front, the desync got me, and then he got sent into the wall. It was like not really fun. I felt really bad for him when that happened. It was not intentional, and yeah.
Yeah, we saw that, and it did look like desync from where we were as well. So it is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But
in the end, I just my tires, the front ones, there wasn't a lot of grip. So when I was driving in 5, it didn't turn in as I thought it would. It just slided out. So like my fronts didn't have any grip. It slided just straight into the wall. And then I started to lose more and more time, and then Grey Fox got me the last final corners, and it was really fun, but I got a little mad at that. But it is my fault though. But it was really fun to race in.
Yeah, you've done yourself no disservice tonight as well. You put in a really good performance, and we're all pleased to have you. So, great stuff. So as soon as we mentioned that incident, we'll jump to the other man who was involved, Perry. It's good to have you back for season 3. We were enjoying the battle between you three for the lead there until obviously Ross retired, and then there was the desync issue with you and Rodriguez. So how was it from your perspective today?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I probably was too aggressive, and kind of knew. I had my pit crew, my MP Motorsport in my ear, telling me that Rodriguez had a 5-second penalty. So really, I mean, all I had to do was sit behind him. Like I could have just sat back with DRS the entire race and just finished within a second of him. And obviously, that's not what I want to do. I want to race. I want to battle. And so I battled Rodriguez, and kind of like, you know, watching a race Sunday and seeing that nobody can pass anywhere. That's how it felt. Like, you can't pass anywhere in Australia. So, I mean, I tried around the outside in turn 3, but that's not going to work. And then Rodriguez either got a really bad exit off of like turn 6 or 7, or I just got a really good run. So I went for a dive on the inside. That was pretty aggressive. Maybe made a little contact there. And then coming out of the corner, we were side by side. I was ahead. He probably had his front right a little bit in front of my left rear. And then, yeah, I just got spun. And I could kind of tell it was desync because, you know, when you get hooked intentionally, it has a different feel than when you just get like a wing shoved like in your left rear for a second. So I figured it was kind of desync all along, and it sucks that it happened. Rodriguez had a hell of a race, and you know, just did great. Everybody did pretty well. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad that I still finished 5th, got some points out of it. Tried to get a fastest lap that DevClan stole away. But it was a lot of fun. It was a good time. I'm looking forward. Honestly, I hate Australia as a track, and just because there's nowhere to pass. It's very follow the leader, and you get the trains that get set up. So I'll be glad when we go to Bahrain, where we'll have opportunities to pass and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it'll be a good one to watch in Bahrain as well. But EU3 certainly put up a good show today. While it lasted, so congratulations on a good recovery drive as well to P5. You and Racer scoring some good points for the championship. And speaking of, let's move on to him.
Hello.
Tier 3's representative for the commentary team.
Yes. Yeah, I tried once again make things tough in quali. Nothing. I don't know why with quali. My laps felt tidy. The one I actually did, my best lap was tidy, but compared to the race, it just yeah, nowhere near as quick. But yeah, when it come to the race, I made a good start, a few places, because I was considering, because of how poor my start was, I was considering doing a 2-stop as well. But I got through up to from 10th to like 7th, and then it was 6th. People going off. I got past Sidegate, and the rest of the race was the first stint on the Ultra was actually really good, and then moved on to the soft tyre, and really the only bit of battling I had was with Thomas, which was good. It was good. I tried my best, tried to replicate Abu Dhabi as good as I possibly could, but he did a really good move into this penultimate corner. Could have defended it, but I just saw he dive bombed, and I didn't realise the DRS zone was before that corner, so he still had the DRS as well. It was a clever move. He was able to then, I had no chance even with going rich and high to make the move past. I got a penalty, a 3-second penalty earlier, which I'll have another look again. I think, I don't know whether it was, I don't think I got an advantage from it because I missed the apex of the corner. But I'll see. I'll have a look again and see whether it's worth passing on to the stewards. But other than that, to be fair, we all got penalties. So, and pace-wise, ultimately 4th was the best I could do today. So really happy once again maximising what I can do. I think that's been the key for me. I'm not the quickest, but I'll make sure I do the absolute maximum and not make any errors apart from the little moment which I think you caught early in the race. That's right. We almost lost it. Yeah, I almost lost it, but I've crashed too many times there. I was adamant it wasn't going to happen today. So yeah, I'm happy that this race is all about getting good points. It's better to get points than to crash, and yeah, so it's a good start to the season for me and to the team.
Yeah, I say you've certainly done yourself some good there as a Red Bull team, you two. So it looks like from today's performances anyway, it's going to be between Red Bull and Mercedes for the drivers' title. Not the drivers, constructors even. So you four might have. Hopefully, it'll give us a good watch this year.
Yeah, bring it on.
I will, man.
Yes. Right, I think we'll wrap it up there then, everybody. So thank you four for coming and doing an interview with us.
Yeah, no worries, thank you.
And thank you all at home very much for watching. That has been the Australian Grand Prix, the first race of Season 3 for Contest of Speed. This has been Tier 3. If you want to watch the 2 tiers that are higher than this, Tier 2 and Tier 1, they will be tomorrow night, which is Tuesday, and then Wednesday night, respectively. Same time, 10 PM UK, on this channel as well. So we look forward to seeing you there. We will be back next week in Bahrain with Tier 3 again. You can tune in on Monday, 10 PM UK as well, to catch these guys back in action again. And we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much again for watching, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.